Welcome back, Liza Minnelli, Tony Bennett, Countess Luann.
Here we go.
Chic,
it's us.
Chic Say Levy, baby. Those are just a few of the showbiz superstars our next two guests have worked with. Jim Caruso and Billy Stritch are legends, capital L, in the New York scene. With the show Jim Caruso's Cast Party. Take the compliment, boys.
I know, it's good.
And lucky for us, they're taking it on the road. Watch this.
Well, hello, my old friend. How very wonderful to see you again. And I'm sure this probably isn't quite the time or the place, but what did you do to your face? I mean, what's with the eyes? You look like everything's a total surprise, like a hyper little hunting dog about to give chase. What did you do to your face?
Always a good question.
That is touching.
Audience, give it up for the legends, Jim Caruso and Billy Stritch, everybody.
Happy birthday!
Hello, gentlemen.
Hi.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
Good to see you
How are
guys.
you?
You know what? Look at this. I mean, these people are fun on a Friday.
This is how you start your
This
every
is how
day?
I start my every day. 40 years, right? 40 years you guys have been together?
Okay.
We've known each
Okay.
other 40 years.
Yeah.
People was like, sure, okay.
Okay.
How did it start? I always like a good beginning story. How did this start?
How did the cast party
Our
thing
friendship?
start?
A friendship start,
Oh,
yeah.
friendship.
We'll get to the cast party too, but yeah.
We're both from Texas. We met in Texas. We both had different cabaret acts, and we were in the 80s. We were working nightclubs.
Yeah.
You know, I had a vocal trio. He had a vocal group. So, and we kept following. I know, right? Ooh. So 2 years ago, we met in Houston. I think Dallas. I don't know.
Dallas.
It's not that interesting.
No,
but,
it's truly dull. Dull is really what it is.
Well, let us move on then. Yeah, okay.
But we became friends and didn't work together for many, many, many years.
Because what I was hoping for, boys, was
What
like
are you
you
looking
hated
for?
each other at first, and then there were your competition, some drama. I wanted some drama.
Well, we bonded through our love of Carol Burnett.
Okay.
That's true. Oh, yeah.
Well,
Forget it.
well, there goes the segment, because now that's all I want to talk about.
Well,
let's do it. Yeah.
Let's
We
do.
can. We can.
Do you? Okay, let me just ask you one question about that. Do you think that the youngins out there have any idea how iconic Carol is? They're getting a taste of it now because she's in Palm Royale.
Yeah.
There's a resurgence, but the fact that we were lucky to have her in our orbit, and that the Carol Burnett show existed at all,
And that it was on a network that you watched. There were
Once a
3
week.
networks.
Yeah.
So you had 3 choices.
on a Saturday night.
On a Saturday night.
And it was Carol.
If you missed it, you could maybe see it one more time in a rerun, but that was it.
That was it.
That was it. But the cool thing is now we have YouTube, so we can see all that. When we were young, there was none of that. If you missed it, you missed it.
Yeah.
So her sketches live on. All those great musical numbers live on. I learned most of the songs from the Great American Songbook from the Carol Burnett show. I mean, that's where I first heard these things.
Me too.
When I was 11 or 12.
With Edie Gourmet singing them. And
Right. People like
Steve
that.
Lawrence
Steve,
and
Everybody.
Her great guests.
Everybody, the people that went through that building. Let's talk about Cast Party. How did that come about?
That was weird. Billy and I both worked with Liza Minnelli.
Yeah.
I don't know if you've heard of her.
We may have heard of her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Short Italian gal.
Yeah.
Very talented.
Yeah.
Perky.
She would throw a party every Saturday night, and the party always ended up around the piano, and it would be people like Janet Jackson and Barbara Streisand and
Esther
Condon
Williams.
and Green.
I mean, literally.
Esther Williams?
Old MGM stars.
Esther Williams sang at my 33rd birthday party. What can I say?
Billy.
Just like you did.
Which is like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I had mine at an Applebee's. I mean, you know what I mean? And you had Esther Williams singing at yours.
You probably have more fun.
I don't know about that.
Yeah,
No, I'm
good.
sorry.
But
But
anyway,
yeah.
she
people like
threw
that.
these parties, and at one point, I don't know if you married. If you remember, she got married.
I am married, but and I remember.
She got
yeah.
married. Was it to you?
I don't
Did she
know.
marry? Yeah, could have been. No, she got married, and those parties stopped for a minute, and and I was working as a publicist because I had left show business, and show business was furious.
So upset that
Furious.
you left.
I was doing PR.
Please come back to show
Please, I
business,
beg
Joe.
you.
Yeah.
I was doing PR for a nightclub, and there was nothing going on. So I threw a party, and Billy was at the piano, and all these fantastic Broadway stars and friends showed up and sang till the wee hours of the morning.
Yeah.
And Cast Party was born.
That's correct.
That is, what a great idea, because it's Mondays, right?
Yeah,
it's
because
Mondays.
I mean, look, we shoot the show in, I don't know where you're watching our show from, but in Minneapolis, we're a good theater town. We're a great,
absolutely.
so we know this, but people may not. Monday, there's a reason why you guys did this on Mondays.
It's everybody's dark night. If you're in a Broadway show, Monday's your only night off.
Yeah.
So, but you still want to go and show off and hang with friends. And,
Oh, yeah,
and
for
the
sure.
community is so tight in New York. So we started to do it on Monday nights, and it's been every single Monday for 21 years. No, it's ridiculous.
Okay.
We were young,
What?
kind of.
Did you two know right away that you had something that, you know, because you can have an idea and then, you know, a goat and two people walk in, but when you know, I mean, you know
We
what I
kind of
mean?
did know
Yeah.
right away. I mean, because we have such great talented friends that would come back consistently, and then the audience built from there, and they followed us wherever we went. Yeah, I mean, we've always
It
had
was
great
kind
talent.
of a miracle. I think I was trying to be a singer. I thought I was going to be Donny Osmond or somebody. That has not happened yet. It hasn't happened yet.
Not yet.
And Billy has certainly played for everybody on the planet, but all of a sudden I saw, oh, this is my thing.
Yeah.
Finally, I have a thing. And
Did it feel like breathing? Like, just like, oh, this is it. This is the rhythm.
And I love hosting.
Yeah.
What you get to do here every day, I'm so jealous.
Oh.
You do exactly what I would love to do.
Well, I mean, it's a J word. I can just replace the name. It's easy.
Oh, no.
I mean, yeah.
No.
Yeah,
No, we were saying in the green room, you're really good.
Oh, thank you very much.
You're really good.
Well, they're sticking around because I'm not letting them just off with one segment. Perfect. We'll be right back. Back in a moment with Billy and Jim. Back in a moment. It's so damn fun. We're back, everyone. Jim Caruso and Billy Stritch from Jim Caruso's Cast Party. And if you're in the Twin Cities, you got to come see Jim Caruso's Cast Party at Crooners. Go see him. We'll put all the info on Facebook. Okay, you threw out some names, so I'm going to ask that typical interview some typical interview questions. If I say, we're going to play kind of word association, and Billy, will start with you.
Okay.
I'm going to say a name, and you just tell me the first thing or a story that immediately pops in your mind. You ready?
I'm scared. but
You
yeah.
should be. That's fine.
Okay.
It's fine. Countess Luann.
Vivacious, fun, determined. I mean, this is a woman that I started working with. We did her very first cabaret act. She did not know how it worked, anything, and now she is touring the country playing these large venues because she has the sheer goodwill and chutzpah and like is just, you know, she works it.
Billy, when I watched you on Roni, I did wonder to myself, did Billy know who she was before she walked in?
I did, actually, because of Jim.
Jim? Oh.
We had all the Y Housewives to Cast Party one night.
All of them.
10 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And I hosted her wedding.
If you do that again, you better invite me. Yes.
Oh, are you into it?
I love Roni.
Oh, wow.
I fall asleep to Roni every night, and I told Countess Luann that, and she took it the wrong way. She thought that the show made me fall asleep.
course,
Yeah,
of course.
I know.
I got to host her wedding. A gasp. There was a gasp.
Cancel the rest of the segments.
Yeah.
The boys aren't leaving.
No.
Really?
Yeah.
The one that
in
lasted
Palm
for
Beach.
like 3 months?
Yeah.
That wedding? Yeah.
Yeah, Tom.
Liza, both of you. Go first. The first thing that bubbles up. I say Liza, boom.
Kind, musical. I think people would be shocked that she is as musically intelligent and thoughtful as she is. During a sound check, she can hear a wrong note in the oboe section, and the whole band will be like, nope, it's all right. And she'll be like, just play the oboe section.
Am I hearing you right? Almost genius level.
Yeah, I mean, she just has this amazing facility, loyal to a fault. You know, she's just a wonderful friend to have. She'll be there for you if you need her. And getting back to the music thing, when I would arrange with her, it was always a collaboration because she would definitely have an idea.
Billy, is
of how
this you? Oh my God! Look at that.
That's me. That's her.
Look at Billy.
Oh yeah. There we
Look
go.
at that. Look at that shirt, Billy. Look at that shirt.
Here we are. Oh, I know. I wish I had that shirt. But we would always
Do
collaborate.
what she'd say, like when
She
she'd
would
say,
she would say, I want
an island.
I know. She do an arrangement. She goes, no, make that part sound lonelier. So I play Little Lonely. But no, it's November. Lonelier, no. And you're in Chicago. I mean, specific. And then finally she'd hear exactly when she would love it. And then if I didn't write it down or record it, because I'll play it and then I'll play it a different way. Like, what did I do? I forget. I forget what I did. So everything we did together was very much a collaboration, which I love.
Yeah.
I thrive on that.
Last name, Tony Bennett.
That was a thrill when I got the phone call to work with him. I have met him a few times with Liza. Actually, even before that, I met him in the 80s. Always a huge fan. And what you said at the beginning, you said Liza Minnelli, Tony Bennett, Countess Luann. We were back when we goes, yes, the triumvirate of vocal.
It's show
I
business.
know. Okay.
It's show business.
That is a very Jason show.
really
because
is.
to me, those are the three that it's the triangle for me.
I'm not knocking you for that at all.
Oh, no.
But there'd be nights playing for Tony Bennett, and he was right there in profile, and I was like, I couldn't believe I was seeing him and playing for him and having that moment, real pinch me moment.
Okay, because my last question, let me end on this. Because both of you are famous in your own right, but for both of you, I'm looking at those pictures of you and Liza. And Jim, I'm thinking about you hosting the damn wedding. And you know that, are there moments when both of you look across the table with whomever you're with and you go, wow, I'm in their orbit.
Yeah.
Do you still have those
but
moments?
you feel that way too.
With you two, right now I feel that way. I do, yeah.
You need to get out more.
Yeah,
I mean, clearly.
you know.
I absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
There was a moment, we did a show with Liza on Broadway called Liza's at the Palace Theater. And there was a moment when I was one of the singer-dancers on stage. The four of us fell down. That was what we were supposed to do at the end of a number. And she's left standing like she's the strongest. And the waves of applause and the sound that would come across is a moment I will never forget as long as I live. And that's when you go, this is a show business legend.
Yeah. And I'm right here.
And I am right here sharing this. That applause was not for me, but it was coming at me, and it was a moment I'll never forget.
Amazing, amazing.
I won't forget this. Thank you, guys. I really appreciate
my God,
it.
thank you.
Give it up. The great Billy Stritch and Jim Caruso. As I said, if you're in the Twin Cities, they're performing tonight, Friday night at Crooners. You can get tickets at the door or on Eventbrite.com. If you're watching us from all over the place, go to New York. We'll be right back.
Yes.
Back in a moment. Thank you. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys.